Julian Assange. Yeah, we did talk about him when he was carried out of the Ecuadorian embassy sideways. You can see he's had a bit of trim now. He looks like a recovering spice addict now rather than an active spice addict. Why would he look great, though? He's been locked in a fucking room with no sun for years on end. He was removed. He's been sentenced. He's been sentenced to 50 weeks imprisonment for basically skipping bail. That is the offence he's been charged with, and I've seen a lot of things online. Oh, it's not right, so the charges were dropped, but he did skip bail. This is unavoidable. Whatever his reasons are, he did skip bail. So, okay. The reason it's a long sentence is he skipped bail and then hid out for years on end in the middle of London, costing everyone a fortune. The judge says it was one of the worst cases of bail skipping they'd ever seen. Apparently, I reckon he'll do about 25 months. Half time off for good behaviour, if he behaves. As long as he's not still smearing the poo on the walls, which allegedly he enjoyed doing. But I think he should make the most of his time in Belmarsh prison, to be honest. You know, again, another thing Graham and I was discussing, he's going to make new friends, meet new people, like Harry the Stabber, Gary, Baz, Dave.
There's always a Baz.
There's always a Baz, Ahmed. You know, the prisons are full of wonderful people. He'll make a lot of new friends that probably really understand the intricacies of WikiLeaks and what he was doing. And he'll be able to have discussions with them. He'll get some sunlight. He won't be allowed to skateboard around his room. Probably not a great idea in Belmarsh prison anyway. But yeah, I think he should make the most of his happy fun time there, because America is still after him. They want to extradite him. Now, apparently, at the hearing, I think it was earlier today, could have been yesterday now, I've lost track of time, he refused to even enter into discussions about the extradition. So, his extradition hearing is planned for the 30th of May. Now, from what I've been reading, what they'd like to charge him for would result in about a 5-year sentence in the US. I'm going to guess they're going to look for more than that. I think they want to bury Julian Assange. And the only issues I ever had was the editorializing of that video by calling it collateral murder. You're leading everyone to the story rather than just using the facts and the facts of what happened before the event and after the event. It's just that one event from a war zone and they editorialized it. I've always had an issue with that. Some of the stuff that were released allegedly resulted in death for some of the agents because they were releasing names with informants and agents and stuff without redacting those, which I don't think there's a reason to put people in danger to tell the truth. You can take just the names out. I think to say something's happening can sometimes be enough without getting people killed. And but it's not my call. I don't run WikiLeaks, so I couldn't say. But I don't know. I think the US government, I don't think they're going to go through all of this just to nail him for 5 years. Not when they managed to keep Chelsea Manning under lock and key for various reasons for so long. I think they'll be looking at keeping Julian in place for a lot longer than that. And as we know, US prisons can be quite, I guess friendly's a word, isn't it? Romantic's not the right word. But American prisons, they're all into that, making special friends things. It's very strange. But yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with Julian Assange. I mean, for me, the extradition is a weird thing. I don't know. We know we're going to give in. I'd rather have had him extradited to Sweden so he could get those charges knocked on the head or dealt with. If I think there's only one still standing now anyway. And then let someone else handle it, because I don't think we'll be sending him over to the US for anything good. But I think some people are also overreacting that he'll be vanished and he'll end up at some Black Ops base in some weird Stan country, you know, and vanished forever. I don't think that'll happen, but it's not looking great. It's not looking great at all for Julian, but it was never going to end well, was it? It was never going to end well. There was no positive outcome for the fella on this one. I guess he's got to face the charges that he has to face and has to deal with it. And there should be plenty of support from these loyal followers for his legal fund. So, see, I can't say I wish you all the best just in case he was a rapist. You know, I can't. Got to be careful, because I don't know. I don't know the facts of the case. It's not been tried. I don't know if it's true or not true, and there's lots of other things I'm not sure. And I think he's put himself in a situation that might have made it worse. Like the Hillary email thing was very dangerous, because you know that whole Seth Rich thing that we spoke about that was brought in. Turns out he had fuck all to do with it. They found, I think this is in the Mueller report. That the Russians were handing stuff to WikiLeaks. It wasn't Seth Rich. He had nothing to do with it. Of course, that's all a conspiracy, naturally, because, you know, conspiracy. I don't know. I think he's fucked himself into a deep hole here. And only he can know if that's worth it. Only he can know. Shish Kebab says we would not have learned about Pizzagate without WikiLeaks. Pizzagate. A lot of good came of Pizzagate. Can't think what. Misanthropic 01 says you forgot your tinfoil hat at home, Hayden. No, they've gone. It's okay.
We're all right.
Did I say anything conspiratorial on my part there? I'm not really sure. Anyway, Julian Assange, his extradition hearing is on the 30th of May, so do watch that live online.